All right. There are two basic types of problems that we're dealing with. There are the problems that involve just using the area formula. For example, looking at problem number 2. For all these, we're asked to find the area of the circle. So as soon as you see that we're being asked to find the area, you're probably going to need the area formula. What is the formula for the area of a circle? A equals pi r squared. So we're definitely just going to go ahead and use the area formula. Okay? And r is the radius. Well, we're given the radius. The radius is 10.5. So we're just going to substitute that in for r, and that's basically it. Okay? So this is very straightforward. So we're just talking about pi times 10.5 squared. Okay? And you guys are allowed to use TI-30s and stuff, so please understand that you could put all this into your calculator. What did I say? I said pi and I said 10.5 squared. Yeah. All right, you could type this entire expression into your calculator. You don't have to square it first and then multiply. Just type it in, hit enter.
You don't have to put parentheses.
You don't even need parentheses. Okay, so 346.36. Always round appropriately. We'll round to the nearest. It says hundredth on the paper, so let's do that. So 346.36. Okay, so that's how you did number 2. Any questions about that?
Hold up.
Yes.
Not even paying attention.
Write it down, actually think of this.
Get your thoughts together. But yeah, I can't slow down today. You gotta stay with me, brother.
I'm good now.
All right, good man. And all this is online. You can go on Edmodo and join my group. I really encourage all you guys to join my. Do y'all know what Edmodo is? Do y'all teachers do that? See the code right there where it says Math 2. If you join my group, like all these little recordings I make and stuff, they'll be available to you.
What's up with those codes?
The computer, they're randomly generated.
You mind if I log on now?
Yeah, do it at home. Do it at home.
Can I go on Facebook?
You're tedious today. Look at number 3. Number 3 is similar to the previous one, but this time we're not being given the radius, are we? We're given the diameter, okay? We're being given this whole thing. So the radius, how are we going to get the radius? Divide by 2. The radius is simply half of this. Okay, so the radius divided by 2, that's going to be what, 12.4?
Yeah, 12.4.
Okay, so the radius is just 12.4. Then it becomes exactly like problem number 2 again.
It's 48.
Okay, so that's going to be pi, that's a terrible pi.
That's a beautiful.
Pi times 12.4 squared. Okay? And again, you could just type all that in your calculator and just get an answer all at once. Does anybody have it for me?
483.5. Well, we can round that. 0.05. Yeah.
0.05.
I don't get these rounding techniques. What is this?
What did you get?
No, I got this number, but why would you round it to .05?
Wait, what was on your calculator screen?
0.11.
I didn't type it in actually.
It's the same thing. It's 0.05.
I got 38.95.
Let's
Wait,
see.
it's because I didn't square it.
No, I got 483.11.
Okay, I got
0.11.
483.
Yeah.
Well, I got 483.05 already. Without having to round it.
All right. I'm just writing down what you guys tell me, honestly. All right, look at number 4. The area of the circle is 173 square inches. Find the radius. All right, again, we're being given the area. If they give you the area, use the area formula. Substitute into the area formula. So let's just start off like this. Area is pi r squared. So if I were you, I would just go ahead and write down the formula itself for a second. Area equals pi r squared. Now, we're being given that the area is 173. So what do you think I'm going to do with this 173?
Substitute it.
I'm going to substitute it where the A goes. All right? Don't get crazy and put it in where the R is. This is the area. So it goes where the A goes. So I'm going to have 173. You getting this, brother? You focusing? You with me? Fantastic. So that's going to give me 173 is equal to pi r squared. Okay, now we're looking for the radius, so we definitely need to get r by itself. Am I going to divide first, or will I take the square root first? Okay, you guys are not fooled. You guys understand that we need to divide first. Always take the square root last. So we're going to divide by pi on both sides. Now, if I were you, I would not make a decimal yet. Just leave it as 173 over pi for a moment. Okay, so at this point we have r squared equals 173 over pi. Just leave it like that for a moment. Now, how do I unsquare things? Now we take the square root, yes? Okay, now we take the square root of both sides. Normally we would do plus or minus right now. When you take the square root of both sides, usually we have plus or minus. But you can't have a negative radius, so we're just going to stick with positive. And you can put this entire expression in your calculator. So let's see, square root of 173 over pi. Okay. Square root of 173 over pi. Okay? Do you see how you can just type in the whole thing? Okay? So we're getting 7.42. Whoa, yeah, that was right. Okay. All right, we're supposed to find the radius, and we found it, so we're done. Any questions about number 4?
Can you show me on the calculator how you just did that?
Yep. Okay, do this. Well, as you can see it right on the screen. Got all this technology happening. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm starting from clean. So you know that I'm trying to get the square root of some fraction. So let's start with the square root, which is above the x squared button. So hit your second
Oh, right.
x squared, that gets your radical set up. Then hit your n over d button to make your fraction appear.
Okay. See, when I do that, what it does is like something weird.
Oh, you know what? All right, hold on. Let me pause this recording for a second. All right, I'm just doing the evens for now, so let's skip over to number 6. The area of the circle is 52. Find the radius.
52 over pi.
Okay? Again, this is the same thing as before. So area equals pi r squared. So 52 equals pi r squared. Okay? That means 52 over pi is equal to r squared. Now it's time to take the square root of both sides. Okay, and just put that entire expression in your calculator. Square root of 52 over pi. And tell me what you get. 12.06? 4.06. Agreed? Always try to hear two people agree on the same answer. Agreed, okay. All right, moving on to number 8. The area of the circle is 654. So area equals pi r squared. So 654 equals pi r squared. Okay, so 654 over pi equals r squared. Time to take the square root of both sides. Now, am I done this time? Am I finished? Right.
How about you?
Correct. Always pay attention to what you're being asked to find. A common mistake is you've done all this work, you found an answer, and you just move on to the next problem, not realizing that you're actually being asked for the diameter, not the radius. So you have to, okay, so diameter equals 28.84.
185.
All right. Yeah, close enough. Okay, any questions about number 8? Okay, now number 10. This is a sector of the circle. It's like a slice. As soon as you see that sector, at least the way I teach it, the first thing that should pop into your mind is part over whole equals part over whole. So that's what I'm going to do. Your teachers might approach it a little different. Either way, can you tell me what I'm going to have on the right side of this equation? 65 over 360. So this is part over whole degrees. 65 over 360. Now on the left-hand side, I'm still doing part over whole, but this is partial area divided by the whole area. Now I don't know what the partial area is, so I could put an x there. I'm going to put a lowercase a to remind me that I'm finding the small area. You could put x if you want. Now, in the bottom of this fraction, I need the whole area. I don't know it, but I know a formula that will help me find it, don't I? How can I find the area of this circle real quick? Sure, what we've been doing this whole time. Area is pi r squared. Okay? But we're given that the radius is 4, so we can substitute that in. That's going to give us that the area is pi times 4 squared, which we would more comfortably write as 16 pi. Okay? So that is the whole area. So when I say part over whole, of course, I'm going to put the 16 pi here in the bottom, because that's the whole. Okay? Now, if I were you, I would always reduce this fraction immediately, before you cross multiply. So just put that in your calculator and tell me what you get. 13 over 72. Okay, your calculator just reduces that for you. So a over 16 pi equals 13 over 72. Now it's time to cross multiply. 72a equals, what's 13 times 16?
Yeah, 208.
208. Okay, and don't forget the pi. So I'm doing 16 times 13, that's 208. So that'll be 208 pi. What am I going to do now? Correct. Let's divide both sides by 72 to get the little area by itself. Now, sometimes you will be asked for an exact answer. If you're asked for an exact answer, that means it's not time for decimals yet. When you put this in your calculator, do you get a fraction at first? A reduced fraction? Did anybody do it?
You get it?
See, 208 pi over 72. Let me try.
Oh, I didn't put it in there.
26 pi over 9.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I got 25 pounds.
26 pi over 9.
6 pounds.
Okay? So sometimes your teachers will ask you for an exact answer. So be prepared to give an answer like this at first. 26 pi over 9.
So how we do decimals?
This is how. So that's exact. if you're asked for the nearest hundredth or whatever, how do you force your calculator to give you a decimal, you guys? The toggle button, little double arrow down here. If I hit that, it forces the decimal.
I rounded it to 08.
Sure. If we split it right here, the next number is a 5, so we round up to 9.08.
I don't get how you get the first form. What's the exact form or whatever?
Okay.
With the two.
Did you understand how I got the 208 pi over 72?
Yeah, but
Wait, so you had 208 pi over 72.
why'd you get a 16 pi? Did you square 4?
Yeah, that's here on the left-hand side here. I'm doing the pi r squared, so if the radius is 4, so 4 squared, 16.
And then cross multiply.
Right, then we reduce this fraction, cross multiply it. So 72a, 16 times 13 was 208.
Alright, I got the decimal right.
Okay. Yeah, don't get into a habit of not getting decimal until the last step. So I should see this on your paper, which should give you this. Okay. Number 12. I'm still looking at this sector, this slice of pizza. So that tells me I'm still going to be doing part over whole equals part over whole. Now there's one trick to this one. One thing that a lot of kids would probably do wrong if I didn't point it out to you right now. So I hope everybody's paying attention. And here it is. It's going to happen right at the beginning. Now if I point to somebody and I say, tell me this fraction over on the right-hand side, what are you going to tell me? Right, half of you would probably say 209 over 360, but that would be wrong.
Because
360
209
minus
plus
209.
18 is 360. Yeah.
No, it's not the
It's
18.
360 minus 209 because it's not shaded.
Right, the problem is the 209 is on the wrong side of the circle, okay? We're supposed to be finding the shaded area. The 209 degrees is the white area. So you have to pay attention to that detail. I know they try to trick you, don't they?
Yes.
Okay? But don't be fooled. Always, this is a common thing on a test. Pay attention to where the shading is and where your degrees are. Okay? Andre. Is that Andre? Yeah, Mr. Lipscomb. What's your first name? I said it right. You can't put your head down. You don't have to do this work because you're not from this class, but you can't sleep or anything, though. Okay, so you have to subtract from 360. So you had to go 360 minus 209. Tell me again. 151.
So is 151 over 360?
Correct. So we have to use 151, not 209. I bet half the class or more probably would have put 209. Should I?
Yeah.
That's 2. Okay? If you get to 3, you're going to have another detention. Please stop disrupting my class with your talk.
Mr. Burton,
Yes.
if 209 was on the shaded side,
We would just put 209 and we'd be good to go. Okay? So 151 over 360. Probably. Sure. Yeah, let's just wrap this up real quick. Again, we're looking for the partial area, so I'm just going to put an A up there for a small area.
and then 18 pi squared,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Okay? So I'm going to use this radius to find the area. The area is pi r squared. So this is pi times 18 squared.
It's 324 squared. I mean, 324.
324 pi.
Oh, wait.
Does 151 over 360 reduce at all?
No.
No.
It doesn't.
Boo.
So you just go up.
you cross multiply with those big old numbers. So I'm going to have 360. Is Shalon still talking? Please tell me he's not.
Shut up. Shut up, Shalom.
No, we don't say shut up though.
I didn't say anything. Oh, yeah, shut up.
He said don't say shut up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. See, I'm going to pause this problem right here.